What up, my boys? Welcome to yet another paranormal reaction video. I was scrolling online as I usually do, and so I started watching some paranormal videos related to Ouija boards. And after a while, I started finding channels where people tell their own stories, real-life stories about Ouija boards to a channel, which then later makes an animated short about it. Those seem really cool. I found some really creepy ones, and then I thought to myself, you know who would love to watch this with me? My peeps from the YouTube. So I decided to make a reaction on one of those videos. Oh, this one I never seen, never watched. I just scrolled through the comments to see if people liked it. Seems really scary. So I said, let's give it a go. Hopefully you guys will enjoy that. But before we get into that, for everybody who's new inside, my name is Chris, aka Kiki. Use whichever one you prefer. Welcome in, wishing you a beautiful stay. And this one goes out to each and every one of you. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future content that I will release. All that being said, let's react.
On a boring summer day, my parents forced me to clean out the basement. While going through the boxes, I noticed a box that looked like a board game. I picked it up and saw it was an Ouija board. I sent a photo of the Ouija board to my friends.
Oh, because that's always a good idea. Yeah, the first thing I do, I find a supernatural object. Kinda a supernatural object. Not every time. Not every Ouija board is a real Ouija board, but you know what I mean. That's the first idea that I get, gotta send it to your friends. Actually, when I think about it, when we were younger, in high school, this is the first thing you would do.
And asked them if they wanted to give it a try. It seemed like the perfect way to make this day more exciting. So we all agreed to meet up later that night at my house when my parents weren't home.
It's why you gotta stay occupied. Occupado. You get bored, you get stupid ideas.
Everyone arrived at my house. At first we had fun scaring each other with different possible scenarios, laughing at the thought of an actual ghost. Then I brought out the Ouija board. It looked like one of those antique ones from the olden days. We lit a few candles, turned off all the lights, and began our session. We weren't sure how to properly use the board, so I started off.
That's the first mistake, please, everybody. Don't use Ouija boards if you're not properly introduced with the rules and how it works, like the whole process of how to start a session and how to end a session as well, because it can turn out really bad. Please, 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 and I cannot stress this enough, don't mess with them if you don't know what you're dealing with.
Off with the most cliche question ever. Is there anyone there?
Classic.
We all sat there anxiously, waiting for the planchette to move. After a moment of silence, one of our friends jerked the planchette and our other friend screamed. We started laughing at how ridiculous this was. After calming down, we decided to give it another try. We put our hands on the planchette and asked a different question. If there's anyone there, we would like to make contact. We were just about to give up, but the room started to become colder, and the shadows around us seemed to move. No one said anything, but everyone had the same exact thoughts. There's something else here with us. I was getting a little excited at this point. It was like we were in an actual horror movie. We began asking more questions. Did you die here? How did you die? Are you an evil spirit or a bad spirit? Nothing happened.
You know what's the problem? The evil spirit is not gonna tell you, oh, I'm evil. Sometimes they do, actually, because they don't give a fuck at that point. But they're gonna tell you they're evil. But most of the times I feel like they're not gonna tell you, or they're gonna try to trick you, because spirits or demons, whatever you manage to contact, they're tricky.
Now we were all beginning to become bored, until my friend asked a different question. Do you want to hurt us? The planchette started moving. We all held our breath when we saw where it was going. To the word, yes. Suddenly all the candles went out. We all started panicking, and everyone was pretty much screaming. I went for the light switch, but the power was out. We all ran out the house and stood at the driveway, collecting our thoughts and trying to calm down.
That's the biggest mistake, because they ran out. You have to say goodbye to the ghost, That's the rule number one when it comes to Ouija board. Gotta say goodbye in a proper way. There is you have to make 3 circles. Is this 3? I feel like it's 3. You can let me know down below in the comments. I feel like it's 3, and then goodbye, you know. That way you like close the realm, you know. It's like when you use the Ouija board, you open a realm, certain realm where you can communicate with the ghost, but like he also starts to get like, the more you use it, the more powerful it gets. You know, it feeds on you, on your energy. The more you use it, kind of like it easier becomes for him to access the world. And if you don't say goodbye with the Ouija board, you don't close the realm, at least not completely. So, rule number 1.
After we searched the house for anyone
Say
who might
goodbye.
have wandered in, everyone went home. There was nothing else to do that night. I was feeling extremely unsettled being alone in that house, with whatever just said they wanted to hurt us.
I would never do that in my
I
own
couldn't sleep the
house.
whole night. I felt like there was something else in my room, watching me. The next day, me and my friends met up. Everyone said creepy things happened to them that night as well. One of my friends' TV turned on in the middle of the night, and the only thing playing was static. He swore his remote was on his desk, and he wasn't sure how it turned on at all. Our other friend's dog woke up at 3 a.m. She said he was barking loudly at her closet door. She opened the door, but there was no one there. Her dog still refused to go near it. I still don't have an explanation on why those things happened to us, but thank God nothing happened after that. I haven't played or gotten near an Ouija board since.
First thing that I should say is I don't think anybody should be using Ouija board because they're not a game. So, but if you ever feel like you ever feel a need that you really have to, you know, you have to experience it, at least get to know the game properly in that case. Properly saying hello, always saying goodbye, never moving your fingers away from the board while you're playing it. Once something comes into contact with you, never lift the fingers off the board until you say goodbye properly. Also, there are some questions that you should never ask. One that comes to mind right away is never, but never ask the ghost to show itself, the spirit, because it cannot lead to anything good. If anything, it's always gonna become worse. It might even like actually show itself, which is not gonna end up well. One thing that I forgot to do in the beginning is give a shout out to Cian, which is the name of the channel. They're also gonna be linked down below. I don't know if it's a single person or more of them. Anyway, a really good animation. I kinda wish the story was more, you know, that something more happened throughout the story. It's not all that interesting because I've heard a lot of them, but I'm still gonna post the video because some of you might have never heard of the Ouija board stories, and this is actually really real. This actually happens, so you might enjoy it. You might actually learn something from it as well. But in the end, it all comes down to you. Let me know down below in the comments, did you like it or not? Next time I decide to do a Ouija board story, I'm gonna make sure it's a spicy one. It's a really good one. I found some awesome ones, but they don't have an animation, so it's just like a blank video. You might be interested to hearing that as well, just because the stories are really creepy. It creeped the fuck out of me. Like, I couldn't sleep properly for 2 days after hearing one particular story. So if you wanna watch something like this, keep in mind it's a blank video. There is no animation or actual video for that matter. It was a pleasure hanging out with you. Everybody, thank you so much for watching, but this is it for today. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, all of that good stuff. It helps a lot, more than you know. And I guess there is nothing left to be said other than I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.